I called it at the start of this video. I clocked him. Oh, he's literally mentioning it. He's literally mentioning it. Yes. This guy argues like a 5-year-old. Donald Trump? Yes, my president. What are you saying? Shimmy is cheating? Thank you, Donald Trump. So anyways, as you guys know, Call of Shame is a bit of a joke in the gaming community. I don't know how he still has a fan base. I feel like people who watch it kind of just don't really know good content at this point. He's kind of a scourge on like just bottom feeding as a whole. I'm not here to I'm not here to insult the guy. I'm sure he works really hard with his AI generated content. But anyways, somebody went in depth and broke down his lies, his AI generated stuff, and him just being flat out cringe. And nobody has really bothered with this guy before because he's just such a nobody who doesn't actually have any impact. But he's farming the hell out of just dragging Riley through the mud just because she is trans. So I think people are getting a little bit more annoyed with him because he destroyed the little credibility he actually had. Anyways, we're gonna take a look at this video by Boren. I was sent this video and we're gonna react to it and I'm gonna give my thoughts. This is gonna be a long one. So strap in.
AI is the big spook nowadays. Companies across the world are racing to AGI as fast as they can, while average, everyday people are starting to use it for things a normal Google search can't achieve. Like creating legal documents or getting complicated legal advice, creating music or images at a whim, reading out a script for you to use in a video, editing your video to give it flashy visuals. People are starting to use AI for more than just information, and they're starting to use
this looks so terrible.
tasks.
There's some low FPS in that movie. It's like 15 or something. Ugh.
Yeah, so anyways, one of the largest channels talking about the Riley CS cheating situation is just AI-generated slop.
Yes! Let's go, dude! Oh, I can't wait. Because I watched like 5 minutes, no, I'm giving myself too much credit. I watched 10 seconds of it, and I actually thought, this feels like AI. I didn't bother more, to dive in it deeper, and I'm not gonna watch it on stream.
For literally no reason.
There's nothing wrong with me cheating. What is wrong with me cheating? All right, cool to see.
Cheaters have been punished by the men and women from Ricochet. All
Wait, is that
are
his?
guilty until proven innocent.
Oh, okay, no, whatever. I thought this was his voice.
I've seen a lot of comments asking for my take on a guy who calls himself
That's the guy.
Cat Girl. I found it interesting when this player snapped to a rock, because with computer vision, this shape would be perfectly aligned.
Oh yeah, by the way, I have like a 90% chance this guy might try to DMCA me. You can't. Neither me or the original person, because this is fair use. I'm just putting that one out there, just in case he tries to go for that. This is so funny to add this. There's an actual analysis on this, guys. There's an actual analysis on this that I showed yesterday on stream. That is gonna go up in the live channel. I don't know, editor's slow as fuck, whenever he gets to it. But they broke down how this specific clip wasn't cheating. It was a 6-minute explanation how it wasn't cheating. It's so funny to me that people still think it's cheating.
That little detail definitely caught my attention. Don't you dare sit there with your ass hair on your head and tell me this is authentic gameplay. Anyone with a brain...
That's not a human being, right? Like, that's clearly text-to-speech, right?
Can see
I don't even need to, see the scripts or anything. It's text-to-speech, right?
is cheating. Can you imagine telling your girlfriend you're part of the aiming community? What do you think she's going to do? Call the cops? Of course she will, and rightly so. Take this guy, for example. It's rumored that he told his friend he was part of the aiming...
It's AI! It's AI! Like, what are we doing? How are you guys watching this? Wait, 1 minute in, it's just AI. It's AI, it's AI. How are you watching this? How is his channel not marked for AI? YouTube needs to strike down on him. Hold on, let me take a look. Like, you're not allowed to just do undisclosed AI. This is against the fucking rules, man. This is against the rules, bro. You can't just make videos and then not mark them as AI. Does it say that anywhere? No. Ooh, you're in huge trouble, buddy. You're in huge trouble. You're not allowed to make AI content and not disclose as AI content as of the community guidelines. That's not good, Call of Shame. Shame on you.
Aiming community, and that he uses a floating crosshair on his screen.
I'm part of the aiming community. We basically use crosshairs on our screen.
His friend reacted the way most people would, and rightly so. Are you part of the aiming community? Didn't think so, and if you are, do your parents know? I've built my
But
own client-side, server-integrated anti-cheat system. It was capable of detecting every known cheat in Call of Duty right at boot. I also
it's so funny, he just makes stuff up. It's like listening to a 5-year-old explaining stuff. Cheat detected! I never watched this guy in my life, like, for more than like 10 seconds of him. This is ridiculous. I was hoping there would be like some breaking down. I'm sure we'll get to this. Oh yeah, we'll get to some actual content soon.
Guardian True Sight, which uses computer vision to detect subtle aimbots and soft aim in Call of Duty.
To be fair, it's pretty easy to say everyone's cheating Call of Duty because it has the craziest aim assist I've ever seen. Like, I mean, I can see it's cheating. It's built into the game.
It measures aiming velocity and applies entropy analysis.
Big words. Big words. Wow.
Rooted in Shannon's information theory to track
Shannon's information theory.
aim decay patterns over time.
Aim decay patterns over time.
And as for the argument that less skilled players can't spot aimbots, let me be clear. I've won countless ladders in old school Call of Duty.
Okay, what's your, can you show yourself winning those?
Competing on game battles. I played for the best team in the world.
What's your name? You play for the best team in the world? What's your name?
I'm Call of Shame. God bless every one of you.
What?
On the other side
What?
of the screen.
Dude, this is like straight up cringe. This is straight up cringe.
Ricochet is cool when it bans the fools,
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is AI generated music.
but when it bans a streamer, yo, that shit's whack. Streamers can hear me across the map. They messing with sound and all that crap.
Oh, it's so hard to watch, isn't it? Like, I like the idea of using AI to help when you can't make content, but when it's like 99% of your content, because you can't make any yourself, then it gets a bit...
Now, I had heard the name Call of Shame floated.
I think it's kids watching this. It's sad that some kids are growing up with AI, so they don't realize how terribly low quality it is. Yeah, the guy is like... No, you would think it's kids. These are grown men who peaked like 20 years ago, and they're angry at people actually being good at the game. And they're angry that they're not playing as well anymore. And they see somebody like, what's the word I would use? Like acknowledging their feelings that, oh yeah, the streamers are cheating, and they just latch on to that. It's like reactionary bullshit. It's no wonder it's like anti-trans as well. I can't watch you watch this, I'm sorry.
Controversy when it was first popping off. I saw them referenced as a reliable source by people who thought Riley was cheating.
Okay, thank you. Finally some content.
Like 10IQ Gaming. And cited by people who thought Riley was not cheating, like Carl Jobst.
The channel Call of Shame, who seems to be very knowledgeable on aimbots, and to be honest, a lot more knowledgeable than most people I see talking on this matter, claims that the snap to the rock was not cheating at all.
But a friend had sent me over one of their videos that was also sent to them as a reliable source, so we decided to watch it together with some friends. Instantly, I could tell that something was off, and the longer we watched, the more red flags started to pop up. Easily provable lies about credentials, lying about being a real human voice to skirt the new YouTube guidelines, lying about being in their PhD research, and so much more.
Obviously! Okay, at least we're getting some actual like numbers on like some deep dives on this. Like Call of Shame has never worked for anything in his life, so he might not understand this. A lot of work evidently went into this. This is perfect. Let's take a look.
So we're gonna go over Call of Shame's channel to show just how dishonest and fake his entire shtick is.
Should definitely send it to the YouTube community guidelines people though.
The first thing that really stood out to me was claiming he was a former pro Call of Duty player competing in game battles back in 2011, even showing suspicious screenshots of tournament dates, as well as trophies lined up for all the events he supposedly won. Now I checked these dates against real
Oh, he found somebody?
COD events that happened in 2011, and none of them line up at all.
Okay.
These events were in February and October, not in July. Like, look at these trophies. These probably aren't even real. This is what the real 2011 Call of Duty XP trophy looked like.
Oh, that looks cool.
And the differences are quite stark. Ranked second in the Xbox 360 Call of Duty World at War Arena? This is not real. This is not an event that existed or a leaderboard anywhere that I can find. It's
No, like it's like It's so funny that we have to dive deep into this because it's so obvious. You don't even need to dive deep to know that this is just made up.
Completely fictitious. After he shows this likely AI-generated image of an inbox of some sorts, he claims to have been on the best team in the world,
Wow.
while also showing the emblem of the 2014 Olympic MLG crossover event.
Earning thousands of dollars competing back on the Xbox 360. I played for the best team in the world. I've been there, I've done it, and I know exactly what cheating looks like.
Yeah, you cheat at making content every single day. You know exactly what it looks like.
Now, to anybody familiar with COD Pro Play at the time, they know that the best team in the
The
world...
average person would look into this. You don't have to look into it. I would say like just a quick sniff test shows that he's clearly lying, but I guess it's hard to tell from the inflection in his voice and whatnot because it's an AI voiceover.
World can only mean Optic Gaming, and Optic Gaming happened to have won the 2014 Olympics event,
Are you telling me Call of Shame is scump?
making Call of Shame one of 4 possible people: Nadeshot, Proofy, Scump, or Claystone.
I think it's scump. I think it's scump.
All of these players are still active and obviously not Call of Shame.
I wouldn't be so fast there.
This is such a bold-faced lie that it's hard to believe somebody would actually put it in a video unless they had zero idea of what the pro scene looked like at the time. The only reason it's here is to farm fake credentials from people who won't bother to look into the claims. But he doesn't claim to be just an ex-COD pro, he also claims to have been a threat analyst at a high-end security company called Symantec.
Oh yeah, semantic. By the way, guys, I mentioned this. We have a video coming out on the ottr live channel, like hopefully tomorrow. The only person who I would ever believe in cheats or anti-cheats, just a quick like aside, is this guy, GamerDoc. GamerDoc has been the anti-cheat analyst at Riot. He goes deep. He does like these exposes. He does exposes. He like gets into these private discords and busts cheats and DMAs. I don't know the specifics, right? He's been doing this for years. Like he posted this August 1st, 2022. Super cool guy. I know him since Overwatch. And if he tells me Riley is cheating, I'd be like, okay, no, so then Riley is cheating. This guy who actually has the credentials and knows what he's talking about and has done this for years, getting paid for it, says she is not cheating. Right here, he retweeted my tweet that made fun of him, Aspen Golden Tech Down, and he retweeted this 6-minute explanation of the 13-second clip that everyone reacted and went like crazy about. This one. A 6-minute breakdown, how it works, from an actual developer. So he didn't say anything himself, he didn't have to. Just through retweeting those posts, his stance is pretty clear. Just wanted to have that said. And we're reacting to this video, we're gonna make a video on this, hopefully it comes out tomorrow.
High-end cybersecurity firm that works with companies like Norton.
I worked for Symantec as a threat analyst. I understand how
Isn't that an antivirus?
detections work.
I thought it was is it like Norton? Yeah.
I've spent decades on the front lines of
Isn't that the Norton logo? Am I wrong? I might be wrong.
cybersecurity and anti-cheat technology.
And he also claims to be in his PhD research for AI anti-cheat, constantly bringing up his white paper that he supposedly submitted for peer review.
In fact, I've written a full white paper on computer vision cheats, the dangers they pose and how anti-cheat systems can effectively stop them.
Imagine this was AI written. That'd be so funny.
It's available on my website, and I've also submitted it as part of my PhD research for peer review. I'll keep you all updated on that process.
So not only was he a COD pro from 2011 to 2014, and he was a member of Optic Gaming, and he worked as a threat analyst for Symantec, and he's just now in his PhD research for AI.
Damn, this guy, this is a smart dude. I wonder why he's making YouTube videos instead of actually doing something with his life.
It is impossible
I make YouTube videos, but I'm not a smart dude, so it's fine.
for all of this to be true.
I guess we're the same then. It's a company thing? Okay, thank you.
What he's suggesting is that either...
Wait, why would... Okay, I'm not even gonna... All I'm gonna say is, if these credentials even were correct, isn't Norton, like, literally a scam? Like, I could be wrong, but I've... Growing up, it was like, oh, you have Norton on your computer, uninstall that? That's a fucking scam software. Don't use that shit. That's like, everyone just associates Norton with scam. So, I mean, sure, okay.
Proofy, Clayster, or Nadeshot had a side gig as a threat analyst and was doing their PhD research all while streaming and playing
He's a
games
jack of all
without
trades.
anybody knowing.
He's a genius, guys. A savant.
This is all just a lie.
Nah, that can't be true.
So what about that PhD paper? He will constantly promote his website and his AI
Israel's chat won't show up because it's white on white.
anti-cheat Guardian True site, but when you actually visit the website, it's only one page, with the 4 buttons at the top only bringing you to different parts of that one page. With the 5th button, the white paper button, just linking you to the PDF he supposedly made and submitted as part of his PhD research.
It has pictures on it, guys. It has pictures on it. This is the real deal. Like, I was worried that, like, all of these, the text, the numbers, I was like, this is not legit. But then I saw pictures. XM, I know what that is. This is a real deal.
Look through this PDF, none of it looks authentic. First of all, there are no actual names attached to the paper, just his company name that I literally cannot find anything about. There's no copyright.
Oh, that's poor research. I just asked chat. They said the company is the same as Norton Antivirus.
For any of the images they include, the formatting is all wrong. There are super weird graphs about human aim versus cheat aim.
What the fuck? I don't know the math there, but this looks made up. What the fuck is human aim cheats? Oh, I see what it's like. What is a V? Constant velocity? Is that what he's saying? When you have cheats, it's just this constant. That's not even. You guys really have to watch that other video. We can watch it at the end of this again if you guys would like, but.
Just a waveform with equidistant peaks for human aim and the straight line for cheats. But, due to the help of some friends, I was actually able to find a real paper written about this topic.
Let's go.
Notice anything different here?
It has pictures as well. That's what I'm noticing.
Notice the names of real people tied to university or company names? Notice the copyright cited for the images they include? Proper formatting? Proper source list? Notice how many other academic papers are linked
That's
to
a
these
lot of
sources?
sources.
Now
Jesus
go back
Christ.
to the Call of Shame paper. Do you notice anything different?
He doesn't need sources. This guy was a Call of Duty professional. He scump himself. Ever heard of him? I played against him on LAN. Surprised he didn't say anything then. I guess he was too afraid. And he's a Norton security professional. And he's a... I already forgot what else he said. I'm moving on.
Ah, yes. Random articles and YouTube videos cited in his sources. And his sources are above his conclusion. My guess is he fed a lot of this to the AI to help him spit out this paper. And while unreliable...
I said the same thing.
I ran large sections of this text through AI text detectors online.
No way!
Basically, all of them said that large portions of the text are 100% AI generated.
It literally has the M dash, chat. It has the E. Nobody uses the M dash. Nobody in this fucking world uses the M dash. You just wrap it up. Wrap it up. He's done. He's done, dude. I don't even care about the detector, guys. He uses no real human uses the M dash. That's like if he had the word. What was the one word? If you say it, it's AI generated. Delve. If there is a single mention of the word delve in this entire thing, you know it's AI generated.
It's not irrefutable proof, as these things do
It's
miss
insane.
often, but it's there to chew on.
Yeah, right. Like there's some. It's not perfect, like he said himself, but the M dash is.
So what about this AI anti-cheat he's supposedly making? What is it? What does it do? Well, according to him, it's a client-side server-integrated anti-cheat that you can
client-side server-integrated anti-cheat. That's a lot of words. Can you dumb it down for me?
and protect yourself from cheaters.
What? What? I'm sorry. Did I hear? I'm gonna have to watch.
Integrated anti-cheat that you can download to spot and protect yourself from cheaters.
That doesn't work. That's not how anything works. Like, I only have a high school diploma in computer science. That's not how that works. How would you protect yourself against cheaters? How does that work? It's not on you. You can't. Are you gonna smite them? Are you gonna turn cheats on yourself? What?
Look, I've built my own client-side server-integrated anti-cheat system. It was capable of detecting every known cheat in Call of Duty right at boot. I know what I'm talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
Like someone driving a Porsche and then trying to tell someone how the engine works with no clue about engines.
And what does server integrated mean here? Integrated with the game servers? Because I'm highly doubtful of that.
Because that would be cheating.
The only thing this can mean is that it's a client-side and server-side anti-cheat. But in all of his explanations of this system, he only talks about visual detections with AI and not hardware or software detections.
It's because he has a AI, he has a ChatGPT wrapper. So he just sends the video to his, he just sends the video to ChatGPT, and he has a free trial, so he has to wait a little bit. And once the trial has given him like more, I don't know what they're called, things to work with, Then they process it and then tells him whatever he wants to know.
I also created Guardian True Sight, which uses computer vision to
I know what I'm talking about. Is insane. Yeah. I'm Scump Call of Duty. I know what I'm talking about.
detect subtle aimbots and soft aim in Call of Duty. It measures aiming velocity and applies entropy analysis.
It's like technobabble. You ever watch like a really cheesy like early 90s movie where they just make up technological words?
Hacker Man. He's the most powerful hacker of all time.
They just make up random words so it seems like they're actually speaking IT, I guess. Like, there was a running joke among the writers to make it as ridiculous as possible. This sounds like the final stage of that. I don't even think that the CSI Miami writers could come up with words like this.
Rooted in Shannon's information theory to track aim decay patterns.
It is showing the numbers
Over time.
What he proposes is that the AI will detect where a player lands their crosshair or shot within a given area, called the bounding box, and using entropy analysis.
I also want to share a new update I've added. Remember, entropy is based
the
on
mainframe, guys.
decay.
Have you seen a clip where there were two people typing on the keyboard at the same time so they don't get hacked?
It's not about the hits themselves at that
they were getting hacked, so they shut the monitor off.
exact
That's a
moment.
banger.
It needs data to create a model, and that's where these come in. They're called data nodes, and their purpose is to update entropy based on recent aiming activity. So how do we collect aiming samples? We capture them during a short time window, but only when the player's aim enters the bounding box of an enemy.
So how are you capturing this? Because you're playing the game yourself. I don't get it.
Collection window, which you can see here, we log data based on confidence scores. Green is very strong.
How do people listen to this and get convinced? There's a lot of really stupid people out there. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't say that because whenever people get like antagonized when it comes to stuff like this, they usually dig their heels down and defend themselves even more. But I'm sorry to say, if you believe this, I don't know what to tell you.
Yellow
Can't fool
is
me.
average, and red is poor. A poor reading might be when the model isn't sure if it's aiming at the head or upper torso, sometimes just a pixel difference.
The problem is the UI he constantly overlays onto gameplay is not consistent, and it feels more like a slider he moves when he puts it over gameplay he thinks is cheated.
Imagine it was like that. I think it was a trust score.
When my cheat
98%. Excellent trust score, guys. I got that excellent trust score.
analysis comes in, instantly, he's detected for soft aim.
He just moved his mouse fast. Instantly detected because this furthers my belief that casuals just think that cheating is when the mouse moves fast.
And just like that, we can expose soft aimbotting with confidence.
Notice anything interesting about the
I love the sound effects. I don't know if the edit sorry, I forgot his name already. Boren made the sound effects himself, or if Call of Shame added the sound effects. But if Call of Shame added the sound effects, this is the cheesiest shit I've ever seen. I really hope, for his own sake, that it was the guy making the follow-up video, because otherwise this would be very embarrassing for him.
Battlefield 5 gameplay? So he forgot to change his model from Battlefield 6.
Wait. Wait, what?
Gameplay?
Aimbotting with confidence.
Notice anything interesting about this Battlefield 5 gameplay? So he forgot to change his model from Battlefield 6.
It's just a false detection. It's all good, guys.
He talks about using this model in one of the first videos he made on Riley, saying computer cheats will just pick up the rhombus above players' heads, the little orange indicator. He then shows footage of Riley flicking to the rock, and shows this.
They often just look for that rhombus. That's why I found it interesting when this player snapped to a rock. Because
There's no
with
rhombus.
Computer vision, this shape would be perfectly aligned. That little
What are we pointing at? Okay.
detail definitely caught my attention.
Except the biggest problem is the rhombus is always at the center of the screen. It's the objective marker.
I was gonna say, aren't you pointing at the wrong thing? Oh my god. Call of Shame. Call of Shame.
It's even at the center of the screen for the footage he or his AI chose.
Call of Shame. Oh my god, man. Man. I don't even have to make comments making fun of you. You're doing a great job of it yourself.
Chose to put here.
Dude, these cheaters have objective markers on their screen. I actually don't have it myself because I never played the objective.
Given
Checkmate.
all the lies about the credentials, the constant flaws in his analysis.
Like, seeing whoever sees this clip and thinks he's cheating is like, this is scuffed as hell.
Highly suspect he has any idea what he's talking about, or this AI anti-cheat even does anything. When you try to go download the software, it just gives you a dead link. But why do all this? Why create a fake anti-cheat? Because as long as you can create a long enough paper trail, most people won't put in the effort to reach the end and get to the final page that says bullshit on it.
That's why nobody has sued this guy. But I feel like somebody should just man up, and for the sake of the internet, just take him to court. Tim, I beg you. You got the funds. Please. For the rest of the community, just get rid of this guy. Not even for like exposing cheaters or anything. Just for posting cringe on main. Posting cringe on main is the worst thing a human being can do. And we need to hit him with we need to throw the book at those people. Because posting cringe is the equivalent of murder.
You would be surprised how many people just fall for this.
The channel Call of Shame, who seems to be very knowledgeable on aimbots, and to be honest, a lot more knowledgeable than most people I see talking on this matter, claims that the snap to the rock was not cheating at all.
Now for the audio. You can pretty quickly tell it's a text-to-speech reading a script, maybe not at first with certain videos, but there are too many inhuman anomalies that make it a bit more obvious.
I've seen a lot of comments asking for my take on a guy who calls himself Cat Girl. But I know what you're thinking. What about things like computer vision? And you'd be absolutely right to call that out. But he's what caught my attention. The amount of Warzone streamers coming to his defense.
This literally sounds like well, you know when you go on TikTok and you get like a movie clip and there's like an AI generated thing telling you about Little John who has to get this pylons so he can build another balcony. I'm mixing up two memes at the same time. The galvanized square steel. Like if this guy started talking about galvanized square steel, I'd be like, oh yeah, that tracks. That's the vibes I'm getting.
Like why? You don't know this guy. Don't you dare sit there with your ass hair on your head and tell me this is authentic gameplay. Anyone with a brain can see this is cheating. I mean, what are we even talking about here? I'm Call of Shame. God bless every one of you on the other side.
It's such a weird thing to say. It's such a weird thing to say. What do you mean, God bless? Imagine his entire like viewer base are just like devout Christians. That's why he's saying that. I'm not gonna further that. I don't want to offend a certain viewer base of people, but there's a certain type of people that kind of have believing lies as their whole personality. Let's move on.
Take this guy, for example. It's rumored that he told his friend he was part of the aiming community and that he uses a floating crosshair on his screen.
I'm part of the aiming community. We basically use crosshairs on our screen.
His friend reacted the way most people would, and rightly so. They keep telling us that this cat girl guy...
I mean, that was clearly a joke.
Another thing
but I don't think he's trying to... I don't think this guy's trying to say he's making that up.
Is that whenever there's a clear transition in the video or script, the AI's text-to-speech alters ever so slightly. This happens in all of his videos multiple times, which is odd, because a month ago Call of Shame made a video saying they would stop using AI voices in their videos, and instead have them read by a member of the Call of Shame team. This is that
the member of the Call of Shame team, that's ChatGPT, guys. That's their most loyal member. Has been with them from the start.
Video segment.
YouTube's upcoming policy changes may restrict channels from using AI voices, which could have affected us making our videos. To stay ahead and make sure there are no issues, we'll be switching from an AI-generated voice to a real human one. This way, we can continue bringing you content without interruption.
What you're hearing now is the new voice for Call of Shame. Yes, this is my real voice.
That's also AI. That's AI. It literally has the same. YouTube, please smite this channel. Please smite this channel out of this world. I beg you, YouTube. The new voice is also AI. It's all AI, man. What are you talking about?
To be precise, it's actually the voice of one member of the Call of Shame team who has been appointed as the official
You have this same audio artifacts. We can all hear it. You just changed the voice from like Claude to Kevin. We can all hear it.
The channel.
Oh my god. Oh, how do people watch this?
But this is not his real voice. This is just a better text.
So some people would argue that he has AI to hide that, like, who he really is. But he even said himself, this is his real voice, but he lies about that. So, like, if anyone's watched this far and we're thinking, oh, the AI is just to hide his identity, so nobody knows he's scump, right? Clearly not.
Speech model, and you can see it making the same mistakes multiple times for the rest
I think
of
YouTube should crack down on AI content. They do. You have to mark it's AI generated, otherwise, and if you do, you get no monetization. So this guy's literally breaking the YouTube AI guidelines right now.
the video. You would be surprised how many people just fall for this.
The real reason for this change is to comply with YouTube's policies and the recent updates regarding how AI channels operate. Here at Call of Shame, we've exposed countless cheating streamers, and many of them have been permanently banned as a direct result of our videos. Banned live on stream. Same goes for Adrian, and honestly, a whole bunch of these Warzone streamers have all been banned because they were caught cheating, all just to gain an
I can't speak on this. I don't know who any of these people are.
Unfair competitive.
But I'm sure our Mr. Content Man, I'm gonna have to remember his name. Boren. He went through all this trouble. Having to sit through all this slop.
Warzone. And that's just a few examples of what we've accomplished here, all directly from this channel. But ever since we introduced Guardian Labs, things have changed even more. Built using the same neural network technologies powering Tesla's autonomous vehicles, TrueSight.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna ask. Okay, I should buy Tesla, and then maybe I'll catch all the cheaters.
Brings cutting-edge AI to the fight against cheating. Just like Tesla's systems analyze and respond to real-world driving situations, TrueSight analyzes gameplay in real time.
I'm gonna drive a car through my fucking window and have the car like do this gameplay. Apparently, it's buzzwords. It's that's what it is, dude. This guy just thinks it's like when you have to get a new thing on the market. You have to get a new company on the market.
Call of Shame said this because YouTube rolled out new.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to link yourself to Tesla. Didn't they just lose $500 million lawsuit because their self-drive failed and killed people? No, but you see, Tesla is a right. Elon Musk is right wing, so it's a good
Policy regarding AI in videos. This obviously affected his bottom line, so what did he do? He lied and got a better text-to-speech model while pretending to be a human.
Really?
Again, straight-up deception. And stupid deception. Because he'll constantly make the AI say ums and ahs and pauses to make it sound more like a human reading a script. Or,
ironically, I cut all my ums and ahs out. For full transparency, did you guys notice I use AI in my videos? The difference is it's not AI generated. I use AI, it's called Descript. It takes my recording and it adds the gaps, or it finds the gaps, that's how I use it at least. Finds the like word gaps and then cuts it down. Saves me so much time instead of manually cutting the ums and ohs out. Because a good content creator would go through the effort of hiding the ums and ohs because it just makes your video long and shitty. And like the word gaps and whatever. You gotta like optimize it so people get more for less view time, so to speak. So artificially adding ums and ohs is crazy. That just makes him look even more wrong, suspicious.
this is an AI feature that he's not really controlling.
Team EXE, or XE, whatever you want to call them, I don't really care. They had to make a public statement. Don't you dare sit there with your ass hair on your head. I'm Call of Shame.
It's so weird to me, this guy doesn't show his own face and it makes fun of somebody else's looks. He doesn't have like any actual like he doesn't have anything to go with. I can't get over, this guy literally just argues like a 5-year-old. Right? Like everything I see from this guy is like if a 5-year-old made a YouTube channel. This is insane.
God bless every one of you.
Dude, this video will hopefully get some views, and if you watch this long, let me know in the comments, just drop your thoughts in the video. And maybe he will see it, and he'll make a response, and he's just gonna say, nah. Done. My response to the expose, nah.
on the other side of the screen. Little detail definitely caught my attention. But these detections are poor, so it's finding clumps of leaves and everything.
He will also use AI-generated music for all of his videos, repeating either the same Cornhub rock track over and over again.
I usually skip this part.
Wow, I flicked straight at that guy through the wall. Oopsie.
Or the triumphant cinematic orchestral music over his descriptions of his anti-cheat.
In fact, I've written a full white paper on computer vision cheats. The dangers they pose.
Call of Shame, guys, will save gaming.
Anti-cheat systems can effectively stop them. It's available on my website.
But the worst offense, an absolute crime against humanity, AI-generated country music centered around cheating in Call of Duty. It is an absolute assault to the senses.
No, don't play it again! No, don't play it again!
Everything's fine here, nothing to see. No aimbot, walls, radar, cheat key.
Please don't play that again.
Subs tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3.
Oh,
Nick, thank you for the 5. Jay with 4 and leave at 3. If I was cheating, why do I still play?
I'm fighting.
Don't listen to shame, just gift and stay.
Cringe break.
Ricochet, ricochet, go away. Ricochet.
He originally posted.
Oh, is that clip not cheating? Okay, literally. Okay, if you keep watching this whole stream, at the end of this stream, I'm gonna show you. It'll be up on the channel, ottr live. We literally reacted to this. If you want to cut ahead of the queue a little bit and you want to see this video, there's a video by Lincoln Margison. Go check this out if you want. I suggest continuing to watch here, but this breaks it down. How that one clip you say that's evidence of cheating. It's 6 minutes to prove that it is not cheating.
Posted this 10 months ago and even tagged non-existent studio and dev accounts telling them they can use it, but only if they credit.
Ricochet is cool when it bans the fools, but when it bans a streamer, yo, that shit's whack. Streamers can hear.
She got kicked out of her team. She didn't. Right? Okay, guys. Riley didn't stop streaming. She didn't get kicked out of her team. She didn't get banned on Twitch. She did get spam reported and banned, which was reverted 24 hours later. But there have been no negative repercussions for Riley whatsoever, except really weird people like harassing her. That's about it. Nothing has happened to Riley because she is not cheating.
Me across the map, they messing with sound and all that crap.
But she's 100% getting like brigaded and like tons of hate. 100%. How is it still going? Do you know why it is still going? Because he had to get it over the 8-minute mark so he could get the money.
When they are banned, it's just a mistake because all streamers cheat. According Joe, give me a break.
Yeah, sure, buddy. But now that I'm through thoroughly character assassinating him, what about the actual claims he makes about other people cheating? He has hundreds of videos, so to stay topical, we'll cover what he said about Riley CS.
Okay. Okay, now we're getting into the actual meat and potatoes of this. But before we do, I'm gonna go pee. And you guys should stretch your legs. Ow. This whole time I've been saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody takes this guy to court or DMCA or something. You don't even need to do that. This guy just straight up is lying to YouTube. He's breaking, like, the AI generation rules. Intentionally trying to skirt around it and not marking it as AI generated. This guy is literally a few reports away and a thorough investigation away from getting his channel deleted by YouTube. You don't even need to take him to court. Just report him for AI. Alright, let's get into meat and potatoes.
In his first video, he claims the first clip in Riley's viral montage wasn't actually cheating, that it was real gameplay inserted into the montage to throw people off.
Breaking down the first part of this montage, you'll see he's snapping all over the place.
Why do you say he? Immediately, like I said this before, if you intentionally misgender Riley, I have to throw your takes out of the window. And that's because you are entering this with a hateful mind. You're entering this with, again, it's the politics, God bless and whatnot, right? Because it's like us versus them. It's a whole political thing where it's like trans people are evil, right? Like these people genuinely think that there's the spawn of Satan. It's insane how much these types of people hate trans people. So whenever somebody comes in and just says, oh, he's cheating, somebody in my chat goes and says, he's cheating actually, I'm like, okay, so you're just a transphobe. You don't actually know what you're talking about. You're just regurgitating this because you hate trans people. You could call her, she wants to go by she, it's pretty easy. Just tell the AI to say she instead. It doesn't make a difference. Aren't we here to talk about cheats in gaming?
At first glance, this creates the illusion that he's cheating. I mean, you'd think that, right? When you slow it down, you can see that this person is actually snapping past the
I thought it was just in the description. I didn't know it was actually in the video too.
And correcting their own bad aim. They're snapping to nothing. And no, that's not cheating.
Yeah, it's not cheating. I know.
Cheaters often include clips like this in their montages so that absolute morons can try to break it down and say, see, he's not cheating. As if that somehow debunks the whole accusation.
She made a whole montage of not cheating. It's not just this clip.
But that the second clip of the snap to the rock, as well as the rest of the montage, was cheating.
But no, that's not how it works. The rest of this video is absolutely cheating.
Okay, that you can't say that because the clips in the second half were not even like they were just like this one.
These little clips are deliberately placed into the footage so defenders can point to them and claim innocence. Check this out. This is a snap, no debate. I can't say for sure yet if this is an aimbot or some other third-party software.
Why can't you say that? Don't you have the AI detection thing?
Until I finish my data models and start examining this with TrueSight.
Wouldn't this work immediately?
I mean, what are we even talking about here?
Showing the computer vision cheats about rhombuses I showed earlier.
Computer vision cheats, however, are lazy. They often just look for that rhombus. That's why I found it interesting when this player snapped to a rock. Because with computer vision, this shape would be perfect.
So why do you have the thing, why do you have the TrueSight in the same video? I assume it's the same video, but you didn't have it 10 seconds ago.
Perfectly aligned. That little detail
it has to be the same video, right?
Definitely caught my attention. But these detections are poor, so it's finding clumps of leaves and everything. And this is why you can't just detect shapes. Now, I'm not saying 100% that he's using this. I can't. My model for Battlefield isn't fully ready yet, but when it is, he'll be the first one I run through the AI engine.
But as you can remember from earlier, Carl Jobst repeated that he thinks the rock clip isn't cheated.
Claims that the snap to the rock was not cheating at all.
And that's because Call of Shame contradicts himself constantly, like claiming in his second video that nobody ever had an issue with the flicks or snaps. But in this first video, he is complaining about he ever had an issue with the flicks or snaps. But in this first video, he is complaining about the flicks and snaps.
Check this out. This is a snap, no debate. I can't say for sure yet if this is an aimbot or some other third-party software until I finish my data models and start examining this with TrueSight. I mean, what are we even talking about here?
But this video hardly goes over any actual evidence for cheating, just resorting to playing the montage with no commentary, and random comments about how it's so obvious and anybody denying it is gaslighting.
What the fish?
Really? Wait.
So yeah, I think we can pretty much all agree that he is absolutely cheating. I mean, there's no debate. Let's just call it what it is.
Let's just call it what it is, guys. Let's just call it what it is.
The moment he moved towards the guy behind the rock was pretty much enough for me to stop watching this clown. He's done. The rest of this video is absolutely cheating. Check this out. This is a snap, no debate. I mean, what are we even talking about here?
I need a second. I'm sorry. How does he intentionally, I want to know how you make an AI sound so smug and punchable. Does he tell the AI beforehand that like, hey, sound as annoying as possible? Why is it not
In his
playing?
second video, he brings up Shimmy, a player recently exposed for cheating for clips, and cheating in aim trainers. He uses the fact that Shimmy was also on Riley's team, Team EXE, as even more proof that Riley was doing the exact same thing as Shimmy.
That team had a player caught cheating using aimbot a few months ago, and was forced to put out a statement. It's just even more proof that this Catgirl person was doing the same thing as the other guy in their team was doing.
Okay, so here's the thing. How is that proof of anything? Like, I'm gonna be honest, guys. How is this proof of anything? First off, I don't think they played together ever. It's like a content team, like a FaZe clan thing. If a FaZe member gets, like Jarvis got banned for cheating because he made a video of himself trying cheats, does that mean everyone in FaZe clan is cheating? Because that's what you're saying.
We'll talk a bit more about Shimmy later when we get to one of Call of Shame's more recent videos, but I do want to address the guilt by association claim that's used here. Being on a team with somebody who cheated is not evidence of cheating yourself.
Yeah.
Team EXE isn't literally an esports team, like Optic Gaming mentioned earlier, playing at event stages or playing in tournaments. It's a group of players who farm clips in different games, posting the highlights to Twitter and YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's important to note, Shimmy was exposed by his own team and other people within the aiming community a month after joining that team, and then further exposed by people like Viscos for speeding up times in aim trainers, as well as putting out a fake apology. I highly recommend her video again, as it covers a lot of topics like how people spotted his cheats and his history of lying. But back to the video.
Yeah, like, okay, so I just ended up repeating what I was gonna say. To be fair, most Viscon did cheat lol back in sniping days. I can't speak for that because I wasn't there. I don't know. But the point is, again, like he just said, guilt by association. Surrounding yourself by cheaters is not a good look in general. Well, she's not surrounding herself with cheaters. They had one cheater on their team, and they all were like, they rejected him, Shimmy, and pushed him out, and it was a whole big scandal. That's why we heard about it.
He then brings up the viral post from Enclave Emily about being a former cheat dev, and saying that Riley was using a mouse simbot with a 2 to 4 FOV and minimal recoil reduction.
A recent post, a former cheat developer, someone who...
It's so funny that people just say things on Twitter. That's why I made my joke. I hope they mention me here. I don't think they will.
Actually designs and codes the exact same cheats Catgirl is accused of using, has claimed that Catgirl is running a mouse sim aimbot. This type of cheat subtly locks bullets onto targets, making it nearly undetectable to viewers. The developer even listed specific field of view and recoil.
Yeah, because we all know when you put random numbers and gimmicks and buzzwords, that adds validity. Call of Shame knows all about that.
Settings, showing precise technical knowledge of how it works. That first-hand expertise adds serious weight to the accusation, making it far more credible than a simple rumor.
The problem is, mouse simbots with FOVs like this will snap the crosshair to the player closest to it. And as I showed in my last video, if you're claiming this clip is cheated, it cannot be with this sort of aimbot. And funnily enough, the clip he shows, right after saying this, is that very clip.
You have to look at the sheer amount of actual evidence. I don't know.
There's none.
Why Warzone streamers like Huskers and Metaphor are blind defending this guy.
There isn't any actual evidence of Enclave Emily being an actual cheat dev.
Exactly. There's no proof of her being, or him. It could even be a guy. I don't know. We're gonna assume it's a girl because it says Emily, but like, maybe it's not even a real person. It's an AI made up to stir drama or something. Get the fucking... Okay, interesting.
For cheating. So if you got a 7-day ban for cheating, you
But
were
it does-
absolutely...
Well, it says here, it's that's something else, I assume. I just read the MCA.
100% cheating. There is no debate.
Oh, okay. It says that
This
right there.
was a 7-day ban for cheating in a multiplayer game. And people are still defending him. Wake up, you bunch of morons.
But as I think we've learned from Riley's recent ban on Twitch, Twitch bans are not really a good criteria to use to determine if people are actually cheating. Call of Shame also brings up the cross...
because she got spam reported and banned and then unbanned 24 hours later because she wasn't actually cheating.
crosshair overlay for the first time in the second video, showing the Twitter clip of the guy who went viral attempting to explain what this software is.
This individual has been caught using overlays that are banned.
So this part, we made a whole video about this in the finals, because I think HUD site kind of is cheating. But when people are saying that she is cheating or anyone else is cheating, they don't mean HUD site. They mean aimbotting. Like, come on now. That's such a false equivalence. It's like jaywalking versus murder. Like, it's just not even the same level of, like, cheats.
In many first-person shooters, overlays that EA themselves will ban you for.
This is actually a screen crosshair that you download.
A screen crosshair doesn't make you flick 180 degrees and like do all the aimbot you guys are talking about. I'm sorry.
And it helps you shoot straight, just in case you need help, you know, finding the center of your screen. This cracked god at gaming has to have a crosshair overlaid on the screen.
So the reason they have it, I don't know who this guy, Teniki Gaming, is that the guy in the background who's yapping? That's an actual person. He's just really stupid. It sounds like he breathes with his mouth open. Either way, I do the same. Like, you do actually need an overlay to aim in the center of the screen. Some games that have the finals is a perfect example because the sight like bounces all over the place. Especially when the game did come out, it didn't even have sights for any other weapon than the F car, I think. So you just got an overlay. The bullets still went to the center of the screen, but like the iron sight model like jumped around a bunch. It was impossible to track. But if you had an overlay, you could hit easily. Again, I don't like crosshair overlays because I personally think they do give an unfair advantage. But it's not aimbotting.
Still to this day, yeah. Moving on.
He tries to make fun of her.
So if I download a screen overlay, I'm cheating, lol. I mean, technically, yeah, you're downloading a third-party software to give you an advantage in game. Like, technically you are. But that's a whole different topic entirely.
By saying, why does this cracked gamer need to know where the center of their screen is? But oftentimes, games can take away your crosshair during certain moments, and knowing where the center of your screen is can be important to some players.
Yeah, if you actually were a pro player playing on optics scump, then you would know this.
Or they might have a favorite crosshair.
I like it. I come with counter arguments, and then he already says them.
Old game like Counter-Strike or Valorant.
That makes me feel good about myself. I like that.
Port over to
I swear to God, this is not pre-watched.
other games that don't have as accurate crosshair support. They then claim that crosshair overlays are against EA's terms of service.
Now, there's a lot of stuff online saying that you can be banned from games for using these crosshairs. There's even an EA thread specifically saying, do not use these in our game.
And what I find extra hilarious is all of the language surrounding these accusations are like this. There's a lot of stuff online that say some games can get you banned from this, and constantly citing the EA's terms of service saying they explicitly do not allow these overlays. But what does the actual EA terms of service say? An unauthorized third-party program is a third-party program or file such.
That's where right here. It didn't highlight it. This 85 subscriber channel doesn't highlight the text. Am I supposed to read this? Maybe you should have used AI, and you would have some time to actually highlight this. There's too much text for me. Just tell me Riley's cheating so we can move on.
There's an add-on, mod, hack, trainer, or cheat that EA believes enables or facilitates cheating of any type.
Is the crosshair overlay something that puts a crosshair in the center of the screen so you can just use the same crosshair in any game? Yeah, but it also helps, like what he said, what Borin said, like when you do, you don't always have the crosshair on the screen in a lot of games, or the gun like jumps around a lot with like visual recoil. So by adding your own crosshair, then it helps.
Allows users to
But yeah,
bypass,
it literally just puts a crosshair in the center of your screen. Your monitor also has that feature.
modify, or hack the game's interface, environment, protections, and/or experience in a way not expressly authorized by EA. Or 3, intercepts, mines, and otherwise collects information from or through the game. This is different than what is presented. There is no hard policy by EA banning crosshair overlays. HUDsight, the crosshair overlay Riley was using, does have on its FAQ page that users should comply with the terms of service of whatever game they're playing. But that HUDsight is not a cheat and doesn't alter anything within the
People did actually get banned in the finals for this and beta, supposedly. I don't think it was ever like 100% proven. I've said this on record too. I talked to the finals devs who said to me, yes, it is not allowed, but they never made a statement on it.
Game and is an overlay similar to Steam or Discord overlays that exist today, stating that in Battlefield 2, some players got manual bans for screenshots of custom crosshairs, but nothing recent as the trend has become more popular. EA and Battlefield devs are well aware of the controversy, and she has not been banned. This whole example is just a goalpost.
This whole video is an ad for his BS anti-cheat software, which has a lot of technical issues with it. Oh yeah, no, like it's pretty obvious he's just trying to sell whatever bullshit anti-cheat is making.
Shift from accusing them of blatantly aim hacking, saying, oh, well, they use this, so what else are they using? Which isn't evidence. Later in the second video, he brings up that Riley did another handcam stream after the accusations, claiming the hand movements don't line up with the gameplay, and providing 0 examples of this, saying, make up your own mind.
Tried to do a handcam.
Well, it's delayed, isn't it? It looks delayed. I have a C920 that has like a crazy delay if I don't set it up properly, or the lighting's bad. So maybe that's what's going on. I don't know if she has a C920. If she has a Logitech webcam, that might be the same problem.
Many people pointed out, the hands don't match the gameplay. Make your own mind up. The original video is on his Twitter in case anyone tries to claim I'm manipulating the clips. They always pull that excuse when they're faced with absolute factual evidence.
Afterwards, bringing up the rock clip yet again, and stating what he thinks the defense argument is.
Now, here's what they're claiming.
This is what some cams do. Yeah. It still matches. At least from what I've seen, it's just delayed. If you were an actual content creator, Call of Shame, you would know this.
This is a
with base technical knowledge.
General summary of all the videos I've seen defending him. While shooting at this enemy, a ping appears on the radar. This little thing right here.
Yeah.
According to them, that's why the streamer snapped to the rock but missed the enemy.
Yes.
And because the radar ping didn't align with the snap, they say he's not cheating.
Yes.
That's their defense. They believe that if you have the voice, you can push a false narrative to the mass.
What? Okay, okay, tell me then what is the reason?
And it's nonsense.
But this is not the defense.
Wait, you didn't even what? This guy argues like a 5-year-old. Are you 5 years old? Call of Shame. Call of 5-year-olds. Many people say that this proof right here is evidence of her not cheating. But they're stupid and wrong and they smell bad.
Defense being made. The argument is that Riley is to the right of the objective. With the objective...
He doesn't even... Please tell me he presents like an actual counter-argument after this spiel.
On the left.
Please.
With pings on the minimap showing that players are there. And when you watch the footage from before the clip starts, you can see multiple pings of where players are on the objective. So Riley's flick here isn't to the guy on the minimap. It's to the general direction of where players are. These are the information or gamble flicks I talked about in my first video, which is why the flick itself isn't onto any player and the micro adjustment right after is to shoot where players could be. But Call of Shame claims she flicked to the rock because she knew the players were there because of cheats.
In my opinion, this cheater flicked to the rock as he knew where those enemies were.
Maybe can we stop pausing it?
That's why he...
No, sorry, I don't want to get DMCA'd.
Adjusted his aim.
Claims that the snap to the rock was not cheating at all.
He claims Riley can have no knowledge on where players are here, so it's clearly cheated. Not only is that not true as I've addressed, but there's a bit of a self-report here. You do not need to know where players are to make flicks like this.
Absolutely.
People use these clips or clips of Riley shooting through smoke to say, look, they can't even see them, so how do they know where to shoot? But visual information is not the only thing you use to determine where players are to shoot them. You can deduce where players are without seeing their player model.
Yeah.
And the big
I do it all the
for
time.
some people is you can flick to people and kill them with zero knowledge of where they are. Sometimes you make a lucky gamble flick and you happen to be close to a player. So simply saying, well, how could they have known, demonstrates a lack of knowledge around high-level aiming. Go ask a Counter-Strike player who played in the era of Mr. Stewart 2000 how often they spray into smokes simply because of trauma.
But Stewie earned his now infamous moniker for the way he played around one piece of utility in particular.
I'm gonna go beat them with that. He's gonna come through this.
Call of Shame is stuck making this content. Feel bad for the guy, honestly. I don't. But I've been trying to do more transfers because I've noticed people, if the mouse moves fast, you're cheating, and I want to get some more. I want to get some more clout.
Oh my god, I hate Stewie.
In the third video,
He made a lot of videos.
Again brings up the crosshair overlay, saying Riley uses this because they struggle to aim.
Uses an
Oh yeah, so he literally just, that was it. Don't blink. You said that I paused it so he couldn't defend himself. He didn't defend himself. His defense was literally just, a lot of people say that this, and then it proceeds to explain the actual explanation why it isn't cheating in the raw clip. And then he just follows up with, those people are stupid. He argues like a 5-year-old.
Overlay in games like Battlefield that places a little floating crosshair on his screen because he struggles to aim.
And the overlay he shows is just hilarious.
I mean, this is engagement bait, right? Like, I think it is.
No one in the world is ever going to use a crosshair like this. It would be an active disadvantage.
Yeah.
But Call of Shame just has no idea what these overlays look like or what they're actually for, so he just had an AI make him a funny-looking crosshair.
Can you imagine?
I think, like, I feel like I've seen this on, like, a monitor, because I think I tried this, like, on a monitor, like, 20 years ago, and it gave me something like that, and it was so horrible.
Telling your girlfriend you're part of the aiming community, what do you think she's going to do? Call the cops? Of course she will, and rightly so.
What?
Take this guy, for example.
It's such a weird thing to say.
It's rumored that he told his friend he was part of the aiming community, and that he uses a floating crosshair on his screen.
I'm part of the aiming community. We basically use crosshairs on our screen.
His friend reacted the way most people would, and rightly so.
He mentions a new monitor releasing with AI tips, showing a Score Esports video saying it could eventually give you pseudo wall hacks.
And it doesn't stop there.
Oh, I remember seeing this. I've talked about this before. Wait! Guys! Wait, guys. Oh my fucking god. Hold on. Oh my god, chat. Okay, you're not gonna believe this. You are not gonna believe this. You are not gonna believe this. You are literally gonna shit your pants when I show this to you. This is a script I made on third-party crosshairs, arguing why I think they shouldn't be allowed. Because again, I don't think they should be. They do add a third, like, this is also in the finals, where they're especially good, because bullets when they're center of the screen. When your aim bobs all over the place, you're basically forced to install them. I referenced this same monitor, but I had a comment. Somebody made a post here who said, oh, I was looking into this, and they linked your video as a source. I was asking AI. It's not here anymore, though, so you just have to believe me. But either way, he references the same monitor I've referenced when I made a video. That's insane. The only reason he would mention that screen, most likely, is because he found, like, if you ask ChatGPT, you would get my video recommended. Or, like, it would say, use it as a source. And it will link you to that monitor, and then he brings it up here.
Some monitors can now even detect enemy players using computer vision.
I really hope I had that comment, but it's gone, so you're just gonna have to believe me.
Play them on screen for you.
Or not, but like you can see the script. I didn't open it for a year.
That's cheating, plain and simple.
What if I told you that there is a new gaming monitor that uses AI to let you, well, cheat? From pings to potential pseudo wall hacks, MSI's new monitor comes with built-in generative features that provide...
We are not here to hold this discussion. How is using overlay cheating when it's built into some monitors? There are shoes you're not allowed to use in when you're running. There's like certain Adidas shoes, I think. Was it? Or Nike? You're not allowed to run with, apparently, in races because they're that good. That's all I'm gonna say.
Players with extra information about their opponent's whereabouts.
You might see little red skulls that pop up.
We're not here to argue like for or against crosshair overlays. I made my point pretty clear.
Or down at the bottom or off to the side.
But the footage shown is a game I played quite a bit, League of Legends. And what the monitor is actually doing is just putting big red skulls on the screens for the directions of enemy players you can already see on the screen. This feature is so obviously trash to anybody that plays League. It's big distracting bubbles that no player would use because you can just see them on the screen. It would be an active detriment and extremely annoying.
I think you are misunderstanding how bad the average player is, because I played League and I was dog shit at it. This would help me. I was fucking terrible at League.
It's just AI slop to try to sell a monitor with features that are clearly half-baked. He includes this to try to sell the story that people are pushing the lines in terms of what cheating is, and that this means they're using aim hacks or wall hacks in game as well.
First, they used LUTs, also known as lookup tables. They use these to pull out players from darker areas of the map.
Isn't this just like a filter? Raises your brightness?
When those were banned, they claimed, but my monitor can do it. Then they used crosshair overlays. When those were banned, again it was, but my monitor can do it. Now it's wall hacks and permanent radars, and the excuse is still the same, but my monitor can do it. Stop pointing to hardware to justify cheating. Just play the game like everyone else. My point is this, if these people are already using crosshair overlays...
I think, what are these sound effects? There's like a brrrt and a fucking vine boom at the same time. This guy's going crazy with them.
Using? They've already demonstrated they have no integrity.
He then wheels out another straw man to beat up, that the people defending Riley claim she just got lucky a few times in a 7-hour stream, but normally they play terribly because they have terrible aim.
They also claim to spend hundreds of hours perfecting their aim, but when exposed for cheating, suddenly they're just normal players.
I think if you turn on, did you guys know that the ability here gives wall hacks? I feel like if I would turn this on a stream, Call of Shame would blow a gasket.
Got lucky, and only 5% of their 5-hour stream makes it into a
They have to be like within 5 meters or something. It's really bad.
They have terrible aim. So which is it? It can't be both.
This is not the argument. The argument is that the playstyle is generally not a good playstyle for high KD ratios or competitive gameplay, but is centered around getting flashy clips. Riley will intentionally walk into large groups of people and flick around to try to hit all of them before they realize and kill her. There are tons of examples of this sort of thing happening, and you can see the clear intent that she's going for crazy clips. Riley's aim isn't bad, it's just that going for this sort of gameplay will result in you dying a lot, and that a lot of your gameplay will not look like this.
Yeah.
It involves a lot of gambling, and it involves a lot of other players just not really being the best.
Yep.
Next he says that
I do that all the time.
Saying they misflick because they have bad aim and have to rely on crosshair overlays to flick properly.
Let's clear up a common misconception about what we're seeing here. When a player snaps their crosshair, those quick, sharp flicks of the mouse, that's not the problem.
Literally symphony strat. Yeah.
Nobody has an issue with fast mouse movements.
They do. People hate people with fast mouse movement. That's like the only way people can tell somebody's cheating. My point is not that there's the only way they can tell, like it's not proof that somebody's cheating, but a lot of people go, oh, mouse move fast, that's a cheater. Smork.
That snapping proves skill is just gaslighting the community. In fact, in Riley's case, he snaps all over the place and still misses. It shows his natural aim is actually poor. This is...
It's like, it's the opposite though. Riley, she snaps and misses the person and then adjusts. If she snapped on the person and then missed, it would be as Call of Shame is explaining it. But that's not what's happening now, is it?
Why he has to depend on crosshair overlays.
That nobody had a problem with the snaps and flicks, despite him having a problem with the snaps and flicks.
Check this out. This is a snap, no debate. I can't say for sure yet if this is an aimbot or some other third-party software until I finish my data models and start examining this with TrueSight. I mean...
It's so funny that he adds an AI like chuckle. Isn't that crazy? Hello AI. AI, ChatGPT, Grok. Add a chuckle so I sound even more relatable and funny.
What are we even talking about here?
But Riley's misflicks aren't bad aim. They're just evidence of human aim. One of the best aiming fundamentals is called the Bardoz method. This is a method for trying to increase your skill in static clicking scenarios, but it also applies to target switching.
I'm Bardoz. I have 20 years of experience playing FPS games, and I have a few top Kovac scores. Why are static dots even useful? Why would you waste time trying to improve at static dots? Well, of course, you wouldn't do it just for the static dots.
I need to watch this video myself because I suck at static.
Themselves, but you would do it because static dots kind of translate to some kind of aiming that you often use in games, which is basically flicks to a stationary point. For example, in a competitive tactical FPS like Counter-Strike or Valorant, you would use that kind of movement to move your crosshair between places. That's what people usually call crosshair placement, but if you're standing still and you hear a step and you need to move your crosshair somewhere else, you would do it with basically a static movement. The idea is to actually make a very fast flick, as fast as you can, with your arm, and then you will land somewhere close to the dot, possibly even on the dot once you get very good, and then, you know, you have to wait for your brain to...
This guy's clearly cheating, guys.
Realize where you land.
This guy's clearly cheating.
Kind of predict where you're gonna land based on the movement, depending on how good you are, and then micro-correct. Micro-correction means that you're basically flicking again, but on a very, very, very small angle, so it's not really a flick because it would be just a little movement of the hand.
The Bardoz method is to have a wide flick to a target and then a small micro-correction to help control your flick.
Oh wait, I had an aim coach explain this to me. I don't need to watch the video.
To that point, and then
that's literally what Riley does though.
On target with your fine correction. This is how target switching works, and you can see that in Riley's gameplay.
I like the part where like all these experts are explaining things with concepts that I know. I've never known the names of them. I just like, yeah, she flicks and micro adjusts. That's what you do.
But after saying the flicks aren't the problem, he said the real issue is the perfect micro corrections.
And that's why you still see occasional misses. If he snaps without firing, there's no aimbot at work, so the crosshair can drift off naturally. It's only when he commits to the shot that the software engages, delivering accuracy no human hand can replicate. This is why he doesn't miss a bullet at long range, but misses so many up close. Bottom line, the snapping isn't the cheat.
As I discussed in my first video, after slowing down the clips, you can just see that's flatly not true. Riley's micro-corrections often miss and overshoot the target.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll slow it down and show these... Oh, okay, we're just moving on.
Beyond fire micro adjustments. After speaking with multiple cheat developers...
He claims that this aimbot only activates when the trigger is pulled, that the flicks are all real, but then the corrections to the player are aimbot.
This cheat is set to activate.
It's a very weird aimbot. It's also not even, it doesn't even make sense. I don't know. It's like a backwards aimbot.
On fire. That means the snapping only gets in close. But the instant the trigger is pulled, the software takes over, sliding the crosshair onto the
Like, how do you look at that and think it didn't even hit? What are we talking about?
enemy with flawless micro adjustments.
Flawless? Flawless. That's the word we're using here.
Then holding it steady for the shot.
Which is totally possible. This is partly what Shimmy did back when he was cheating. But again, the clips he shows just blatantly contradict this claim. Riley flicks
like,
to the
yeah,
right.
it doesn't look like what would it be perfect flick? Look at that. That's like like 3 dudes off. And then she flicks, and then she flicks again. She's moving too fast. She's whiffing like crazy.
Down plane and misses all over the place while shooting the entire time. He then puts a small square over Riley's cursor to show a theoretical aimbot FOV, again contradicting his claims about the rock clip, suggesting that she snapped to this player at the rock.
Watch as he snaps to the rock. The moment he starts firing, notice how the gun begins to climb upward, drifting toward an enemy he can't even see yet. Then the enemy finally appears, and watch what happens. He runs directly at them. But the critical part is this. Only when he pulls the trigger does the aimbot kick in. Those micro adjustments suddenly lock his aim perfectly onto the target. It doesn't get any clearer than this.
Claiming she ran directly at him, while she's moving left to clear LOS of the rock, not directly at him, and claims the aimbot only locks on once the gun fires. But again, in the footage, you can see Riley is aiming to the guy before she even starts firing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this doesn't sound right at all. Or like, I'm hearing one thing and I'm seeing another. I didn't want to comment on it because I'm afraid of looking silly again. Yeah, what's happening here?
Tracks him in the direction he's running and only pulls the trigger once she's already on him.
The aimbot only works if the enemy is inside its field of view. Now, because
okay, whatever.
enemy was outside
Hearing
the
these claims is
FOV,
crazy.
it didn't lock on, even though he is firing his weapon. The moment he pulls the trigger, the enemy is inside the aimbot's field of view, and instantly it locks on.
Except this isn't how soft aim with FOV works. Call of Shame has already declared this is what she's using, except shows footage of Riley snapping over and away from the player closest to her cursor, and suggests she snaps to the player to the right because the box he made slightly overlaps with the player at the very edge.
Watch as Riley snaps to nothing. Look very closely. Did you see the enemy?
He then shows the clip of Riley
It wasn't on the enemy.
tracking in the
Just reset the mouse. She just reset the mouse. What are you talking about? Like, this guy is 100% a controller player. Because, like, just play on a mouse and keyboard for, like, 5 minutes. After you do a big swipe, you're gonna reset you're gonna adjust your mouse backwards. If it does big swipe to the left, right? To the left. Now my arm is like this. So I gotta swipe back to correct and get comfortable. Just play on the mouse and keyboard, I beg you.
PC, claiming once she pulled the trigger, she doesn't miss a
Better
shot.
yet, actually play the games yourself and don't use AI-generated scripts.
And watch closely. The moment he lines the aimbot over the enemy and pulls the trigger, suddenly he doesn't miss a single bullet.
Which is just factually not true. As I showed in my video, Riley misses a few times in that clip due to overtracking, as well as showing the clip of Riley running up the hill to shoot a player in the back, claiming the FOV is not on the player, so...
I think other people who say these claims are role players. I say that all the time. It's just they see somebody moving their mouse fast and they're like, that's a cheat. I can't do that on my controller, so that's a cheat. And you can do it on controller, it's just hard to do.
doesn't track until the 6th shot, which also just does not line up with the footage shown.
In this clip, watch the first
like
5
literally, I've said this. We did posted it, my clip on Facebook, and people don't think this is cheating. Look at this clip, and like this was just a good prediction, but people don't think this clip is cheating, which is insane to me. This should have gone nearly like almost as viral as the Riley clip, maybe even more. Because look at this shit. Not that one. Don't ban me. And casual fucking players on Facebook, the Facebook gamer dads, that ain't even close to cheating. Oh wait, you guys can see the comments, can you? That's how is that cheating? People try to say it's cheating. What? This ain't close to cheating, and a bunch of other shit. And I think it was on TikTok as well. Like it just didn't get much engagement because people don't think it's cheating because it's not mouse moving fast. If it isn't mouse moving fast, it's not cheating. This literally looks like wall hacks and an aimbot. And I played it up for the clip. Same with the one we had like in Apex forever ago. Like literally when Apex came out, that went viral. But that one had quick movement. So people are like, that's cheat. It's the casuals, man. They just, if mouse move fast, it's a cheater. That's all it is.
5 bullets. They all miss completely. because the enemy is strafing left and the aimbot's field of view isn't on the target. That forces Riley to miss his shots. On the 6th shot, the target moves into the field of view.
ChatGPT generate an aimbot exposed video for me, add old man voiceover, add a chuckle, and post.
And that's when the aimbot's micro adjustment takes over.
As far as I can tell, it's the 4th or 5th shot that gets the first blood tracer here. So this is when the accusation...
I'm sorry, like my mind is drifting. Like it's the fucking Call of Shame, my brain turns off. I'm not surprised that people like listen to this guy if you think about it, because just listening to this AI slop voiceover, it kind of dulls your senses. Like I can see how people, it's hypnotizing in a way. You know what I mean? Eventually, like he keeps hitting you with these big words, and you just shut your mind off and listen to him. And then he goes, "Oh, buy my shitty anti-cheat fake product," and you'll be like, "Yes, yes, father, yes, master, I will buy anything you send. What you tell me to buy." Now, so something you guys should actually end up buying is, of course, gamer subs. If you use code ottr for 10% off, you can get gamer subs sent home to your address. If you guys don't want to commit, you know, a tub is a lot of money. Even with 10% off, you can actually, as you see, you can order free sample packs for completely free by using the link in the description and using code ottr in the checkout. I send you 3 of these to try it out yourself. It makes you play better. It tastes great. You know, give it a try. Code ottr or the link in the description. Just wanted to put that one out there. Don't buy shitty AI detection software. Buy gamer subs.
Started to become about the fabled sophisticated soft aim that can replicate human aim and is super hard to detect. First of all, let's look at the actual footage of actual cheats that were available in the Battlefield 6 beta. They are super blatant.
Yeah, this is like what, the name of each cheat, wall hack, all the cheats. I don't even know the names of them. You know what I hate about this? YouTuber streamers like Asmongold who don't know shit about aiming ended up hating on this person because of their identity. I've said it too. The elephant in the room is a lot of people jumped on this just because of her identity. That's the only reason it blew up this much. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I mean, Call of Shame clearly didn't need any more exposing, but it's very clear to me that he's driving this agenda because she is trans at this point. Also, he gets clicks, but he's playing into that. But like, dude, like this clip dumps just like Riley's being posted like every other day on Twitter if you just look for him. But why are we going so hard on the one that is a trans woman? Interesting. Interesting.
You can see how blatant these sorts of cheats still are.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Listen, guys, before I decide whether this is cheats or not, I need to know the sexual identity. Is this a trans person or is this a cis white male? Because if it's a trans person, this is cheats, as everyone knows. They cannot be good at games. If it's a cis white male, it's legit. Why the fuck is there a foot cam? I just noticed that. Wait, what? Got the foot cheat. Oh, it's the aim key. The aim key is on the foot. Okay.
Watch the skies.
At the very end, he undertracked slightly, but only because he took his foot off the DX Racer Hackerman's foot pedal. You can still see him locking onto hitboxes and tracking them, as well as locking onto points despite shots still bouncing mid-chest. If you're going to claim Riley is using this sort of soft aim, then you need examples of other players using similar cheats where the gameplay looks the same. This is a tool
because it doesn't look the same.
We will use for later. And in the final section of this third video, he shows the footage from Riley's follow-up hand cam stream.
This Catgirl person put out a new clip trying to prove he doesn't cheat. But let's be honest, this is just normal gameplay. All I see is someone standing still and spraying with a light machine gun. Everybody does that, it's nothing special. Where are the snaps? Where's the aimbot? It's a desperate attempt to convince people he's doing the same thing.
This is the same thing. This is the same caliber of clips we just saw. What are we talking about?
Where are the snaps?
They're literally in front of you. Like, do people watch this guy's videos with like the monitors turned off, or what's happening?
Where's the aimbot?
I am truly baffled how this section could make it into a completed project. The reason this footage so blatantly contradicts the words said is because Call of Shame was too lazy to actually go to the Twitch VODs and pull some footage. He just took the footage Riley uploaded to Twitter, which was a highlight reel, and overlaid it onto the script he had generated for him. He's not even intelligently dishonest. You could have just pulled the 10 IQ Gaming and went to her VOD and pulled out footage of deaths in bad plays to suggest Riley was just a complete bot on day 1 of the beta, and that they got cheats on day 2. But my theory is he didn't even manually edit this video together.
Oh no, it's the same one I use. Cut the VOD.
Had an AI do it. With the constant odd cuts and weird shifts, I'm highly suspect that a human actually went through and manually created this. As I've been going through this video, I've had to stitch together a lot of things to transfer from one thing to another, and I can't believe he would watch this back and see this and just be like, no, this is fine, this is good, we can just do this, yeah, no, it's totally fine. No snapping, bro, no snapping whatsoever.
We're still 4th video, alright, this guy's going deep. Not Call of Shame, but Boren.
Have been punished by the men and women from Ricochet. All streamers are guilty until proven innocent.
I'm bringing you the latest breaking news on Riley CS, the rage hacker who went viral
Rage hacker? Okay.
on social media for using aimbot. His defenders are still pushing the false claim that anyone can flick like that, but what they fail to understand is that the flicks aren't the issue. It's the aim correction that exposes the aimbot, not the flicks themselves.
We start the 4th video by repeating that the flicks absolutely aren't the problem, and quickly pivot into Riley's game crashing during the beta.
I've done extensive research, and here's what I've uncovered. During the first beta, he was using the name TTV Riley CS. This was the account caught aimbot.
This goes into your hate like this for years, simply because she was a woman. Yeah.
With clips even posted to social media. As you all know, the video caused a massive uproar because it clearly proved he was using cheats. But getting back to the alleged ban, look at what happened. Riley tried to play the beta in the 2nd week after the video went viral.
Okay.
Every time he got into a match, he was kicked out within seconds.
Did my game just fucking crash?
The beta was kind of scuffed sometimes.
My game just crashed. Nice.
That's a doggo. She's hiding the cheats.
Guys, what is wrong with Battlefield 6?
He tried to boot it up again and was kicked for the 2nd time.
Close my fucking game.
The cheater now tried to repair the game files as he desperately attempts to log into the account that has been soft banned. He made it in.
There's no such thing as a soft ban in Battlefield 6, as far as I know. Have you guys heard of a soft ban in Battlefield 6? I've never heard of that in my life.
Into a match, and yet again,
or any Battlefield for that moment, for that matter.
The account was flagged and the game crashed.
Dude, the door. My game.
He tries again, and for the 4th time in a row, his account was blocked from playing Battlefield 6. This happened repeatedly, to the point where he had to log out and switch to an alternate account. On that account, he was able to play normally.
I saw this on Twitter. I'm curious to see what Boren says, but I'm pretty sure that the reason the crashes were happening was she was playing on EA Play, and then she swapped to Steam, and then it worked.
The cheater was banned by Javelin Anti-Cheat, just not in a way that creates headlines. It's
nope, it would show her getting banned if she was banned, I'm pretty sure.
Like someone driving a Porsche and then trying to tell someone how the engine works with no clue about engines.
Except this is just the game crashing. If Riley were banned, they wouldn't even be able to log into the game, period. Crashes and low performance were very common during the Battlefield 6 beta, and eventually people realized you could switch to the Steam launcher instead to get less issues. So that's what Riley did, and that's why her name changed.
I feel like I could have done this video at this point. I'm saying the same things.
Oftentimes, games will be available on
then again, I didn't do any research. I'm just in the know.
Launchers, and some give
I
better
can't be
performance
bothered.
than others.
That's why we're reacting to somebody else's good content.
You'd think Call of Shame would be somewhat aware of this, given he's a Call of Duty player, and you can play Warzone on both Battle.net and Steam, but I guess he's just completely unaware of this sort of thing existing. So he says Riley logged into a different account with no other issues, but this is just the same account. Shandy provided me some footage of him testing this, with Titanfall, and you can see the player name and friends lists are both different.
Yeah, this happens in Apex too. But Origin has this thing, like, if you played Apex, you know this is how it works. Because you have my Origin account, I think it's ottr on Twitch, and then my Steam name is ottr. If I start the game and I'll log in ottr on Twitch and EA, it's called ottr on Twitch. If I log in on Steam, it's just called ottr. Now I just dox myself. I hope you guys are happy. Now I'm definitely not gonna get to play on this account.
We get another brutal voice mod shift, and he brings up Riley's Valorant logins text file.
So yeah, it does appear that TTV account seems to have been soft banned for sure. Which brings me to another issue. While attempting to farm impressions by faking a desktop folder titled Cheats Do Not Show, he made a major mistake.
Okay, do tell.
A visible text file on his PC labeled Valorant Logins immediately stood out.
Why?
and it strongly suggests the presence of stolen credentials.
What type of leap is that? Maybe she just has a lot of Valorant accounts. I have 20 accounts. I also have a login list. It's a spreadsheet. Am I a cheat? Is that stolen credentials? Am I a cheater, guys? I had 20 accounts in Marvel Rivals, so we can do solo to Celestial. I guess.
It's highly likely these accounts were taken from a leaked database of usernames and passwords circulating on the dark web.
On the dark web?
This is a complete nothing burger. People often
yeah, right?
have Smurfs or alt accounts they use to play with friends that are lower ranked than them in games like this. And with
Dude, guys, I have a wallet in my house. That's probably a stolen wallet that I stole on the subway.
the 50 million new launchers and profiles, you often have to save these so you don't lose or forget them. He also brings up the config files, suggesting there are macros or other types of cheats in here.
The thing is, like, you bring this stuff up, but you don't have the evidence. It's just a file name.
Other text files are what I believe are a bunch of macros for Valorant and Battlefield.
They're settings.
It's like someone driving a Porsche and then trying to tell someone how the engine works with no clue about engines.
Using his own words
Riley
against them.
plays stretch resolutions in games to get better performance. Some might not know what this is, but it's playing the game with a lower resolution, often stretching the game slightly to increase your FPS.
Gotta know you're a cheater, hence the bans. You're right.
This is a long tradition throughout PC games, especially in Counter-Strike, and is allowed in competitive matches.
Yep.
Some players even choose not to stretch and play with the black bars on each side of their screen,
Because they played for like 20 years and they're just used to it.
with the idea being along the lines of horse blinders, removing the sides of your vision to make what you're focusing on smaller.
Is that why? I thought it was what I said. I guess it depends.
To do this, you have to open the config file for your game and edit the resolution, which is why Riley has these config files up and on her computer for easy access. She doesn't want to have to type %appdata% to navigate to the file every single time. This just isn't evidence of cheating. But then he brings up Pingu, another member of the AIM community who defended Riley. He says the video says nothing, which I believe to be untrue. I'll link the video below so you can see and go watch it for yourself, because Pingu's explanation is substantive.
Let's see.
And correct.
When Riley was caught rage hacking, another member of the AIM community suddenly appeared and desperately tried to defend him. I suspected it was Riley himself, since the voice sounded nearly identical. However, I've since been assured it was someone else.
Yes, it is someone else. What an unnecessary detail to mention.
To sound like him. Here's the clip.
Wow, I flicked straight at that guy through the wall.
Riley CS is not cheating.
It doesn't sound the same at all. What are we talking about?
Obviously, there were a lot of people who are interacting with the discourse in bad faith, but I do think that
I know a lot of voices sound the same, just like your entire voice sounds the same because you use AI to read your scripts that are probably also AI generated. But these are two different voices. I think this guy's brain is just baked from all the AI. Like, this guy probably is like, have you ever been on Facebook lately? You scroll on Facebook, it's literally just AI generated content. That's probably like what his feed looks like every single day. And it just melted his brain to like goop at this point.
there's a subset of people who
Do I
are
use Stretch? No, I don't like it. I don't like how it looks.
genuinely unsure. So as
I think I tried it in Apex, but I didn't like it.
he's been around the AIM community for a couple of years now.
And you get the picture.
Maybe in CS2,
He's
but
flat
then
out
PC
defending
using be bad.
Riley. But the real question is why? Why would someone go out of their way to make a throwaway video that explains absolutely nothing?
Why would you go out of your way to make 4 videos that lie and also explain absolutely nothing except that you are a liar?
Well, it turns out the person so eager to defend him is none other than Riley's own editor. The same person responsible for editing all of his videos. But get this, Riley's editor isn't just an editor, he's also a cheat developer. That's right, the very person defending him is the one supplying him with cheats.
Oh my god, Call of Shame. Please, like, they're jokes. They're called jokes. Is comedy illegal now? Is comedy illegal? Like, dude, how does this keep happening? I think it's because, like, AI, like, he has AI read the thing out to him, and AI can't really tell sarcasm. So, it's, I don't know, man. I'm so confused.
Being Riley's editor or actually developing cheats in the past is meaningless. What matters is the substance of the arguments.
Yes, that is true. But it was a joke.
Which sadly aren't responded to here. It's just guilt by association and selective credentials. He's quick to invoke Enclave Emily as a reliable source, but when Pingu claims to have better credentials, they're only used as further fuel to the fire. He talks about the list of people with credentials defending Riley, just writing it off because other cheaters are on the list, and given this guy's lack
Oh, it's me. I'm right there. Look at that. I'm right there. Updated list. I love it.
of analysis, I don't trust for a second that those claims are accurate.
Take a good long look. They are desperate, but they have lied about a few of them, including the Battlefield developer who hasn't even mentioned the rage hacker Riley CS at all. I want everyone to really take a good long look at the individuals who are turning a blind eye to the evidence.
What evidence? There's none.
And many of them have been permanently banned in other games by other anti-cheats. The list also consists of other known cheaters in the scene.
Here's a list of reputable people that says she is not cheating. They're cheaters though, so.
But there are darker forces at play. The Riley defenders are losing and they know it. Now they're trying to twist
The Riley defenders aren't losing. Are we in separate realities?
the narrative, painting everyone who calls out Riley's cheating as somehow curiously transphobic.
I mean, like, I see what the argument you're making here, but you have literally called Riley a man this entire video. We've watched 51 minutes of Call of Shame intentionally using the wrong pronouns as a dig because she's transgender. Like, maybe don't do that and people wouldn't call you transphobic. You know what I mean? It's like when somebody acts as a Nazi and you go, hey bro, you're acting like a Nazi. And they're like, always with the Nazi accusations. Always with the Nazi accusations. It's always Nazi this, Nazi that. Just let me go commit my genocide in peace. Like, it's so weird, man.
This guy has been deliberately transphobic since he initially covered the controversy.
Okay, like, I'm literally just... You're just repeating what I said.
As well as basically his entire audience. The nerve to try to back up and say, wow, isn't it so interesting that we're all being called transphobic for no reason, is actually crazy. It's very easy to concede a large part of the controversy has been transphobia. It colors almost all of the negative commentary suggesting Riley is cheating. But he's too much of a coward to just stand on business and own it.
5th video, guys.
We're almost done. We're on to the 5th video.
Okay, let's go.
He again brings up Shimmy and talks about the controversy,
Okay.
saying that Shimmy was banned for using aim hacks and Kovacs, which is just flatly not true.
But for now, I want to go back to Shimmy.
Okay, let's talk about Shimmy, the guy who got banned for cheating. There was a whole drama about it.
Team EXE or XE, whatever you want to call them, I don't really care. They had to make a public statement and admit he was using soft aim. And because the situation was so public, they really had no other option. Here's some gameplay where Shimmy was caught using soft aim. As I mentioned earlier, soft aim works when a cheater initially misses the target. Then the automated aim correction...
I'm gonna be honest, I'd have to go do side by side. It doesn't look fully the same, right? Am I crazy?
...pulls the crosshair toward the enemy. It can fool the human eye.
Like, Shimmy flicks right on the target. Riley doesn't. Riley flicks off and then adjusts. Shimmy flicks right on the target.
But not AI. And this is when my cheat analysis comes in. Instantly, he's detected for soft aim.
Okay.
So, this is what my soft...
Guys, I just... hold on. I got a phone call. Donald Trump? Yes, my president. What are you saying? Shimmy is cheating? Thank you, Donald Trump. By the way, I'll see you at the golf course, huh? Yeah, you know, save some holes for me. I know you like to play them. Play them holes with your golf. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you. God bless America to you too. And of course, God as well. I've just had a phone call from Donald J. Trump, and he said Shimmy was cheating.
Software detected. A micro adjustment to the center of the player's bounding box. This is simply not natural, especially since it had already flagged similar pattern matches before.
We all know Shimmy was cheating, obviously.
Players miss targets all the time. The issue isn't the flick, it's the micro adjustments that follow. This is Shimmy's own...
I love the sound effects. I really love the sound effects on this.
Gameplay recorded on Aim Trainer. Looks pretty solid.
Recorded on Aim Trainer. Is that the name of the... Is this not Kovacs? Okay, like who? Okay, guys. She heard about Donald Trump and she came to say hi. No, he's gone now. He really loves America as well. He calls it aim trainer. It's called Kovacs aim trainer. What the fuck is aim trainer?
Well, now we know he was actually using an aimbot. So anyone claiming that great aim from aim trainer alone proves legitimacy can throw that argument out the window. I've just proven it false.
Shimmy was banned for using an aim key in games like Battlefield and COD, and was cheating in Kovacs by slowing down the time in the game engine, not by using an aim hack. This is widely known information. Viscos made a video going over the situation, and she was the one that exposed him for cheating in this way. Call of Shame claims to have done extensive research on Shimmy, but seemingly not enough to get the basic factual information right. And Call of Shame clearly doesn't know what Kovacs is, typing aim trainer into the AI, which resulted in a mistake that makes it a little bit too obvious.
This is Shimmy's own gameplay recorded on aim trainer.
The dog is a true patriot.
Looks pretty solid, right? Well, now we know he was actually using an aimbot. So anyone claiming that great aim from aim trainer alone.
So I didn't notice about the thing. Like I'm not well versed on the Shimmy situation at all. So
proves legitimacy can throw that argument out the window. I've just proven it false.
The same thing happens in the next segment when he pivots from, now I know why he did it, and then not answering that and instead saying not to let a cheater dictate the story.
When Carl Jost put out a video attempting to defend Riley CS, I was honestly confused because he has some actually pretty amazing videos, and then I quickly realized why he did it.
Okay.
If you're going to make an impartial video, you should never let a blatant cheater dictate how you tell your story.
What?
Maybe do a redraft, my friend. And what was the dictation on the story? Providing the uncompressed clip of them shooting through the smoke, and showing that you could even see the players shot in the clip.
When I view this clip on Twitter, I can't see an enemy here, but the Twitter version is terrible quality.
Well, you can kind of see them, can't you? Am I wrong? You can see a person there, right? I've never played BF1. Isn't that like a dark, like a shadow or something?
Pressed. Luckily, Riley still has the original video in high quality and sent it to me. And when I view the original, the enemy is clearly visible.
Oh, this is the one we're talking about.
And when you see the enemy, you realize the flick wasn't even accurate, and it took multiple shots before Riley adjusted. So when viewing the actual footage, you see that not only can you see the enemy clearly, but the snap was completely off target.
And then we get the same shtick about his very real anti-cheat in white paper.
An entire PhD level white paper on computer vision based cheats.
Dude, this is so funny. And the music comes out every time. Whenever I hear his fucking music, I think of this fucking meme. He is probably in this picture. I'm sorry, I just doxed Call of Shame. I can guarantee he is in this picture because this is like the person I'm imagining when I hear that music. I don't have access to it. I could probably ask AI to make a copy, but I'm not going to.
And the urgent need for anti-cheats to step up against AI-driven exploits. In it, I go in depth on soft aim technology and the broader dangers that modern AI poses to
ride a Ford 150 truck.
Competitive online games. Over the past 6 months, I've been investigating,
shouting slurs at minorities,
researching and reverse engineering external cheat devices to determine the most effective ways to combat
God bless America
at them in first-person shooters. The result is a groundbreaking anti-cheat system.
It is actually wild how repetitive his content is. I do wonder how many of his 180,000 subscribers are actually real humans.
Ooh, it's coming after the sub count. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, it's probably like actual real humans. This is just how far, I've said this before, the whole situation really shows how far detached like copium casuals are from reality when it comes to like actual skilled gamers. These are real people, I'm afraid. Probably like almost all of them.
Remember that tool we hid for later? Well, we circle back around to Shimmy, saying how well his aimbot hides itself. Again, Shimmy was kicked from EXE a month after joining, and it didn't take long for people to realize he was using an aim key.
The gameplay is identical. The same snap behavior is there, but let's be clear, the snap itself is not the cheat. The soft aimbot is the mechanical auto-correction that takes over as the crosshair nears the target.
The kid's explanation doesn't even make sense because we watched the one we just like 10 minutes ago, like we slowed down and we just watched her overflick a shit ton, like just still flicking and whiffing everything.
The so-called pro players and Riley defenders from that strange little list they created just don't recognize
what strange little list
soft aim really looks like, so they gaslight the clips by overanalyzing and debunking the snaps.
He then shows Riley's gameplay side by side with Shimmy's gameplay, saying they are the exact same thing, and that Guardian True Sight is showing both of them cheating. Except the footage he includes for this first part is the footage of the clip he himself said was not cheated, but was just inserted to give plausible deniability.
And no, that's not cheating. Cheaters often include clips like this in their montages so that absolute morons can try to break it down and say, see, he's not cheating.
And then of course, we're just running down our list of collected evidence that's all just fake.
The gameplay is a dead match. It's exactly the same. This
not.
is a closed case. There's nothing more to be
right?
said.
Like, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's hard to tell when you have like them right up next to each other. Like, it's just impossible to parse the... It's too much information coming at you, especially for a Call of Shame viewer. It's not the same though. You just watch one and then the other, you'll immediately tell it's not the same at all.
Facts to the table. And what did they bring? Banned streamers and washed content creators. When presenting evidence of cheating, I need it to be 100% accurate. Look, the evidence out there to show Riley cheating
Huskers is a washed content creator now?
Is excellent. The micro adjustments and aim corrections, just ignored. The previous bans on platforms for cheating in multiplayer games, ignored. Valorant logins and suspicious macro config files, ignored. Crosshair overlays, you guessed it, ignored. A member of Team XC. The little aiming club surrounded in controversy that will use...
XC, that's like the AI, dude. That's the AI right there. It's Team EXE. That's like a little hitch there, like exposing that it's using AI, because an AI narration would say what he just said. What did he say again? Let me hear it again.
A member of Team XC.
XC. Team EXE, as in .exe. You should know this. You are a cheat developer, or a COD Pro, or whatever it was.
The little aiming club surrounded in controversy that will use propaganda to gaslight members caught cheating, ignored. On the second week of the beta, he failed to play on his original account due to a potential soft ban, yet was able to load another account.
Oh, she's on Steam.
Already leveled up, and play perfectly fine, ignored. Banned from multiple Battlefield forums.
What? 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 What are you talking about? Who's leveling your the account up? It's fully leveled up because it's the same account. Huh?
Because they know he's cheating.
It breaks my heart that people like this exist. It breaks my heart.
Ignored. The only people defending this guy are radical groups and mouse and keyboard players, as they somehow believe it's an attack on their gameplay.
Okay, let's look at the list here.
Mouse and keyboard players, as they somehow believe it's an attack.
So we can see the whole one. You have Daniel Capadia, my goat. You guys know him? DDK. You guys remember this? There's white DDK and black DDK. This is black DDK. Or is that like too niche of a reference that I just look racist now? I don't know. But I am Wildcat. I don't know who that is. Optimum Tech. You guys know Optimum Tech? Washed content creator, by the way. This is Optimum Tech. He's like the guy. Washed content creator, guys. Gets like, what, 10 times the views that Call of Shame gets? Uzi G. I don't know him. Florian was like, yeah, he works at DICE. He currently works at DICE. And he used to be a pro, Battlefield pro. GamerDoc, I mentioned him previously. Fade, if you guys watch me from Apex, you know who Fade is. His Watson. Mendo, everyone knows Mendo. He's an OG. Franz J. You go against what Franz J says, man. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Myth, I don't know, like, yeah, Myth doesn't really have, like, the credentials, I think. I don't know too much about him. He did play professionally, so. This confirms the Slop Lover is a controller player. It is. XQC. Dude, XQC is like, he talks like blah, 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 and then like whenever there's something serious, he just locks in. Did you know? I saw a clip of this and I cannot find it. So when I got banned in Apex, XQC saw the clip and he said he's not cheating. I got a shout out from the gut. I said, I know this guy. He's not cheating. That was like one of the highlights of my career. Such a small thing. I always had a meme that was in the meme review one time.
On their gameplay.
We have Rella, Huskers again, and more. XQC said Riley was not cheating. I know. This list shows who said she's not cheating.
Developers insist.
Ironically, calling the people defending Riley radical groups is really funny because it's clearly radical groups attacking her. It's like, it's a self-report. It's insane if you think about it.
This person is cheating. And their so-called defense? They copied his tweet and gaslighted it. And simply ignored it. They even pretended to be Battlefield 6 developers to virtue signal for the Catgirl dude.
Comedy is illegal. Comedy is illegal, boys. He didn't include when I said I was an officer of the court. I also a very good friend of Donald J. Trump. The arguments he uses against you? Oh boy.
I ran it through my AI anti-cheat software and it found him guilty.
I don't know if it's gonna be in here. If I did a video today.
And their defense? He didn't cheat because he said so. And
I mean, you're basing your whole video on she is cheating because I said so. But the thing is, when you accuse somebody, the proof of burden is on you. Burden of proof is not on the person being accused, it is on the person accusing. This is like basic human decency, laws, common sense.
Everyone's saying he is
AI can't take a joke. Yeah.
Are transphobic, hating Nazis with a KD of 0.3. That's the mentality of these people.
I mean, the first and the last part is probably true.
That is their defense.
Yeah.
And it's diabolical. I find Riley CS guilty.
I found... Okay.
Game over.
Sick video! It's still going?
We're fine.
It's still going? I thought it was done now. Impersonate a BF6 dev, clearly the public enemy #1. It's so funny to me because it's clearly a joke. I wish Boren added context, and I guess we just brushed past it. But like, it was a joke. Everyone made tweets were like, I'm a cheat dev, yeah, she's cheating. And then someone else goes, I'm a cheat dev, she's not cheating. Someone goes, I'm an anti-cheat dev, she's not. Right, like there was like all of this going on at the time. And I made the joke, I'm a BF6 dev, she's not cheating. I guess comedy is illegal now. I wish we had an explanation there, so I'll just have to defend myself. What are slop enjoyers? Bro thinks he's a judge. The whole video is like, Grok, is this true post? I ran it through my software and they were found guilty based on my software. That's true.
Finally, to the last video. I've listened to tens of hours of the same rock track over and over again, and I'm starting to believe the dead internet theory is closer than we think.
Me famous.
It's so funny. Dude, like I wanted to stream more after this, but like I need to just send this to my editor and like just lie down in a dark room. Cause it actually hurts my faith in humanity. It actually does.
No way! I just lost a nutty clip to Bloom.
We start off by showing this interesting screenshot of a Twitch ban appeal message.
They said he appealed, and that Twitch reviewed his gameplay and lifted the ban. But that's nonsense. His appeal was denied, both times. And in both cases, Riley had to serve the entire length of his ban for cheating in multiplayer games.
But I don't trust this for a second. I can't find that Riley has posted this anywhere on any social media.
Really?
And she is the only one who could have access to this message.
Wait, so he just made this up?
But the alignment of the text is off, as well as the account being listed as RileyC_.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you see it. Draw a straight line there, right?
RileyCS_. And of course, this screenshot instantly got shipped around to all the other channels covering this, and it's probably not even a real screenshot.
Uh-oh. Call of shame. Call of no shame.
We do love a little bit of deception. He goes back to the supposed dastardly cheaters and brings up XQC as someone who doesn't have credentials.
XQC is once again another terrible source. Just because he's a big streamer doesn't automatically make him credible. In fact, the very idea that a large following equals...
The thing is, I will never defend Nadia because I don't know the Nadia situation, and I will never, like, actually... Like, I don't want to speak out on that. And also, she uses, like... I don't want to comment on cheaters or alleged cheaters in Call of Duty. Do you know why I don't want to do that? Because they have aim assist. I cannot tell the difference between aim assist and cheats. Because aim assist is overpowered. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That's just the fucking... That's just the truth. I'm not going to put myself and try to figure this out. Because she's a controller player. It looks like cheating. All of them do. All of them do.
Only
That's why I don't play it.
My earlier point.
Seemingly not aware that XQC was a former pro Overwatch player and definitely has some credentials for spotting cheats.
That is his AI.
This is the same...
Have you seen his aim? His Winston aim?
Guy who publicly defended Nadia, going so far as to break down my video live on his channel and dismiss it as a witch hunt simply because she's a woman. He insisted there was no evidence of her cheating, yet she was permanently banned later that same year.
Alright, I'm gonna be willing to say it, chat. I'm gonna be willing to say it. All the shit we're talking about, all this garbage, it's all actual dog shit. All the chat. I don't care saying it again, chat.
A lot of Call of Shame videos are listed as fundraiser. I can't find any mention of a charity or reason for fundraising. It might be some effort to skirt around demonetization for AI slop.
All the cheating stuff was unfounded. All this is garbage. It's all stupidity. I'm sorry. I wish I could... Guys, there's so many things to criticize her for.
Bro, I just got banned.
Also bringing up Nadia, claiming she was permanently banned from Call of Duty, which is just not true. I had heard this claim floated around a lot of his videos. Nadia is streaming Call of Duty to this day.
Call of lying.
She had been banned from Call of Duty events after being an IRL.
Can I speak Swedish? No. I speak Skåne Swedish. Swedish people don't count as Swedish.
Starting an OnlyFans, but was not permanently banned from Call of Duty. Call of Duty can ban you for crazy things. False Call of Duty bans happen frequently and usually get resolved rather quickly.
Guys, this man by the name of Ziebler finally went ahead and exposed exactly how people were getting falsely permanent banned in Call of Duty. This is his tweet. He says, the following is a quote and paste.
We should look at the Nadia stuff one day. I don't really like, I've seen some clips. I think we reacted to it because we did like a cheater react video on the ottr live channel one time. And like, I remember looking at it and I think I literally said this. She was like she was tracking somebody and they lagged and her aim like teleported and followed them when they were lagging. And I was like, that looks really weird. But I think I said this, most likely it's just aim assist being overpowered. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, like that's all it is. Like this guy's eating good. Imagine they remove aim assist everywhere overnight. It's gonna be a lot harder to accuse people of cheating.
The founder of the exploit, detailing the exploit he found and its abuse. These are not my words, please contact him, blah blah blah. Essentially, he gets into this whole thing about how a lot of anti-cheats work on the same way, where it's kind of like code-based in a way, where they call it signatures, but essentially if there's certain code that is found embedded in your PC or into your account, it is a surefire way that Activision and Ricochet can go ahead and actually identify your account and issue you a permanent ban.
So they would ban you for... Do I have this? I don't think I have this. So this cheat engine? I don't have that. What's the other one? There's like an AHK, auto hotkey. I don't think I have this one. I don't. I'm scared of anti-cheat banning me for it, so I don't install it. I had it when I used to work, though. It helped me work a lot. I just made like auto hotkey scripts to make it easier to write like the same email.
Shame uses Nadia to attack other creators constantly to completely...
My friend did a community ban on his 21-year-old Steam account because he played BO6 beta for 2 hours. It happened to a lot of people, still unresolved.
Discredit any credentials they otherwise have.
This is the same guy who publicly defended Nadia, going so far as to break down my video live on his channel.
He also brings up Marksman, another pretty cool creator, suggesting the only reason he defended Riley is because of the trans flag he had as his Call of Duty emblem.
Then you've got names like Marksman, hyped up as a search and destroy demon. A demon? We all know why he defended Riley.
It's just so grand. It's just so silly to constantly say, you guys are only defending Riley because she is trans. And then, while simultaneously the only reason you are pursuing this is because she is trans. Like, chat, back me up here, right? Like, is that not insane? I think that's genuinely, absolutely crazy.
So let's
I know I am, but what about you type shit?
Pretend.
This is actually quite common.
Can you take the report for hate speech? Yeah, maybe. I don't think it falls under it because he's being very careful about, like, he intentionally misgenders her, but he's being very careful about not saying it with his chest because then it'll get demonetized. He cares a lot about this channel. It's all he's got in life.
You can scroll through the comments of my last
projection, that's the word. Thank you.
See just how many people auto-assumed I was trans simply for taking the side. You can have left politics and defend someone for reasons completely outside of that. He also claims to have more previous jobs, and I guess he created his own gaming platform. Man, Scump really is on the ups nowadays, huh?
See, I told you it was Scump. I told you guys it was Scump, but nobody believed me.
I worked on the MSN Gaming Zone, where I monitored cheating across a variety of titles. I even went as far as building my own gaming platform. Yes, my own platform.
Xbox Live?
Directly competing with GameSpy and others at the time. Later, I collaborated with Microsoft to track down cheaters.
Xbox Live?
In Age of Empires, which, by the way, I still play to this day.
Yeah, that tracks. Because if you actually played the games you're talking about, you wouldn't be making these videos.
Damn, he also worked with Microsoft? Which Fortune 500 company hasn't this guy worked for?
I know this field, I've lived it. When it comes to cheating, I am a credible authority.
I like how the music is like heroic in the background now.
Decades on the front lines of cybersecurity and anti-cheat technology.
I can't take this guy seriously. I'm sorry.
Decades? You worked decades in this field?
I was there during the IRC wars, when groups clashed for dominance.
And you were part of the IRC wars in the 90s? My man is the productivity goat, my lord.
I watched...
Like, being a pro player takes like 8-12 hours a day. It takes a shit ton of time. I'm amazed he could do anything else than that. Like, when I was scrimming and streaming and like competing, I woke up, I played Apex, I went to bed. That was my life for like 2 years or however long it was, right? It takes so much fucking time. So I'm amazed he won an entire championship with Optic Gaming and then also was a cybersecurity expert.
The birth of botnets, the rise of reverse connections, and the inevitable collapses that follow.
Like, this guy says so much shit. Just show one clip of your gameplay. You don't even need to, like, you don't have to throw these accolades at me. Show me one clip of your gameplay. That's it. You'd save time too. Instead of just repeating, like having the AI repeat the same sentence over and over again with the heroic music, show a clip of your gameplay. Show us a clip of your gameplay, Call of Shame. One clip. And not Age of Empires, you said you played that. I don't even know if you played that either. Show a clip of you playing Battlefield 6. Obviously, it's not out now, so you can't. Battlefield 2042. It's on sale. $2.50. You can afford that, even after the AI crackdowns, I'm sure.
I lived it. They didn't.
Guys, I think the US is under attack. Rip Australia, though. I guess no one wants to hack them. But this is just generated, dude. There's a random explosion and curved lines in the ending frames. It's so pathetic. This is just not real. 60% of this video was just recycled content from the last one.
I've even written my own anti-cheat. And no, I didn't need kernel-level access. I used AI-driven bots to infiltrate cheat sites, analyze loaders, extract cheat signatures, and break them down into raw data.
Get cheat.
Oh, he's literally mentioning it! He's literally mentioning it, yes!
Signatures and break them down into raw data. This is like
Technobabble.
Disney plus science fiction speak.
In my expert opinion...
He mentioned the Technobabble. I love that. Oh my god, I feel so seen from this entire video, man. This is amazing.
This person was cheating. And you can take that to the bank.
Take it to the bank.
I'm Call of Shame. God bless every one of you.
Including Riley? Or not, because she's trans? I'm asking a sincere question here, Call of Shame. I would like to know.
On the other side of the screen.
And we're finally done.
Thank God.
We've covered all the videos he has on Riley. So I'll quickly wrap up over my mediocre Splitgate gameplay.
Yeah, thank you. At least this is a real person.
I think it's pretty clear Call of Shame is just a certified turbo liar. It is incredible how often and easily he will lie to try to farm credentials and frame innocent players as cheaters. Reactions to cheating are very visceral. Players really do not like cheaters. Call of Shame has successfully deceived a lot of well-meaning people by lying to them to farm YouTube ad money. Despite all the suspected uses of AI, I do still think there's a human behind this. A very sad human, but a human nonetheless.
Like, you'd have to be a human doing this. I just don't know why he doesn't use his real voice. Is it like a kid? Or like, does he have like a horrifically goofy accent? What if he's British, chat? Riley say yes is cheating, innit? Nobody would take him seriously.
He'll react to people in his comments frequently, sometimes giving off bot-like replies, but other times,
French.
predicting the rapture?
I pray that Jesus comes back really, really soon to lay judgment upon all these wicked people. I am included, then so be it.
September 23rd,
What the fuck?
2025. YouTube it. It's close, my friend.
What the fuck? I was right. He is. Oh my god. I was right. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What? I called it at the start of this video. I clocked him. Oh my god. I can't believe I was right. No wonder he hates Riley. He is a transphobe. Like, what?
Damn, boys, September 23rd. Guess we have
He's rage baiting. Yeah, it's just a rage bait whenever it looks silly. You're right.
3 more days until we all fucking die. Mixed with all the really weird segments he includes that involve violence or shame, I think it's clear whoever this individual is odd.
Can you...
Yeah, is he QAnon? Probably, right?
imagine telling your girlfriend you're part of the aiming community? What do you think she's going to do? Call the cops?
I told my girlfriend that I'm part of the aiming community, and she gave me a blowjob and gave me a high five And I showed Donald Trump the video, and he said, "Hell yeah, brother. That's amazing." Now, the thing is, my girlfriend is of age, so he wasn't as interested. He made a pass. Like, we're just tight like that.
Of course she will, and rightly so. Take this guy, for example. It's rumored that he told his friend he was part of the aiming...
The thing is, like, this could be a funny joke, but because it's all AI, it's just not funny, right? Like, I see what he's going for with this joke. We've seen it like 6 times already, this video. If it wasn't AI, it probably actually could be a little bit funny.
Community, and that he uses a floating crosshair on his screen.
I'm part of the aiming community.
I'm part of Secret Service. I was there. Oh, I'm also Secret Service. That's amazing.
We use crosshairs on our screen.
His friend reacted the way most people would, and rightly so. Don't you dare sit there with your ass hair on your head. Are you part of the aiming community? Didn't think so.
It's like he's adding the little yeah, you're part of the aiming community. Like he's making the AI. Okay, AI, add a smug chuckle.
And if you
it's like, oh my god.
Do your parents know?
I don't think anyone should listen to him as a reasonable source, and I hope more work is done to show people just how rancid this channel is.
Yeah, we need to report him for like not listening, like literally lying about AI use. And you guys were talking about hate speech. I really think he's intentionally trying to stay below the radar. So I don't think I don't think YouTube would crack down on this for hate speech. Like I think it's good that they moderate following their policies, right? But or guidelines. But it is AI generated. It's blatantly AI generated, AI narrated, and they have cracked down on a ton of faceless channels that do that. And they lose all of their money, they lose all of their views, and they get like shadow banned. And they need to do that here too.
This was a much larger project than before, and was rather time consuming. I'm thankful to anybody that stayed around and listened to me yap for this long. I do plan on making more edited content in the future, so feel free to do the thing and help support me.
I will like the video, but I will not subscribe. I'm sorry, Boren. I will hit a like.
Next video will likely be a comprehensive guide on choosing new peripherals for beginners, so wish
Okay, I don't need that.
me luck, and always remember, Ricochet.
What the fuck is this meme? That's cheating, sister.
Shay, go away.
My AI detected some serious snapping.
The Sims start gifting me subs tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Yo, Nick, thank
I'm sorry, like even for the meme, I'm not watching 10 minutes. I'm not listening to this for 10 minutes. Is he adding something more here? Oh, it's just highlights? Okay, just highlights. So yeah, chat, what are we thinking? Again, closing thoughts, obviously Call of Shame lies. I've said this, I didn't need to watch a single video to know that Call of Shame lies. But I am glad that somebody did do the research and actually go through it. This was video, again, made by Boren. If Call of Shame is watching this, if you DMCA this, I will fight you for it. It will probably not even go that far, because this is clearly fair use, but just saying. But again, I'm not planning to pursue you for that. I don't even need to anyways, because you're breaking YouTube's policies, and you don't even know you're doing it, so you're cooked, buddy. Does Otter's phone use an OtterBox case? You're not gonna believe this. It does. I couldn't get a sponsor though, but hey, OtterBox, if you're watching,